Hello, Capricorn. I hope you're doing well today. I'm going to have you take a deep breath with me. And in. And out. Thank you. All right. We're going to start with the When My Soul Whispered Oracle deck. Yes. That's all, actually. Okay. So we have two cards for you. Understanding and Motivate. Understanding. I want everyone to know you don't have to find out you're dying to start living. The passing of time asks you to think about the fragility of life. You may feel as though you keep chasing that next big thing, telling yourself, my life will be better when. No matter how many of these things you achieve, you still lack the happiness you are seeking. It is easy while chasing these big things to forget about those little things that make up your day-to-day life. It is just as important to find joy in the small details that make up each day as it is to recognize your greater achievements. Close your eyes and feel your heart beating as you breathe. Your breath comes and goes like the ocean waves upon the shore. Smell a flower and drink the scent in so deeply that you can feel its energy from head to toe. Hold the hand of a loved one and notice the rough and smooth, knowing that every texture tells a story of their life. Existence as you know it can change so quickly and unexpectedly that those big things you once chased suddenly seem insignificant and without meaning. Understand that life will always be about the little things you often forget to notice, and that no one can take them away from you. My light. Notice, consent, accept, recognize. My shadow. Reject, ignore, deny, disregard. My sacred words. I move toward each new day with a grateful heart, a courageous spirit, and a desire to touch the lives of everyone I meet. Connected to the throat chakra. The bluebell is a sweet little flower that reminds you of the importance of appreciating the small things in life in order to value the big things. Motivate. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. Motivation is often enough to keep the initial spark of an idea burning brightly. Over time, it is common for the flame to become a little dimmer, as it is replaced with the reality of the difficult challenge. Suddenly, the idea that you were so keen on becomes too hard, and you find yourself making excuses. The key ingredient working hand in hand with motivation is consistency. It is common to get bursts of motivation, but they often give way to the monotony of the daily grind. Consistency helps you to build habits and enables you to push through periods where your motivation wanes. During the initial phase of excitement, be sure to develop habits that will assist in working towards your goal and help you to push through any slumps along the way. All humans have motivations to achieve something. The differentiating factor between those who do and those who do not is the measure of consistent actions they've taken towards it. My light. Inspire, stimulate, excite, invigorate. My shadow. dull, dampen, stifle, fizzle out my sacred words. I realize that no one ever has been nor ever will be the amazing soul that is me. I follow my dreams with intense desire, connected to the throat chakra. Stars are made up of gases that burn out over time, with some shining more brightly than others. Remember that your motivation may too burn out, but consistency will ensure that your star remains bright. And with both of these coming from the throat chakra, there may be some blockages with voicing yourself or voicing a specific idea into action. But take it as it resonates, of course. All right. And I'm going to do a past, present, future reading for you. In this past energy, we have the High Priestess in the reverse position. So you may have been a bit blocked out of your intuition in your past energies. You may have been choosing not to speak with somebody. Also Piscean energy. Okay, that actually, it seems as though maybe you chose not to speak with somebody. This Queen of Cups in the reverse is being clarified by Temperance in the reverse, and so this is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Sagittarian energy for Temperance, but it's showing that you, it seems as though there was a disconnect from your divine feminine energy, as well as a disconnect. In this case, it feels as though it's a disconnect from a feminine energy and somebody that wasn't really connected to their intuition, especially clarified with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is usually very intuitive, very mothering, nurturing, full of love, but in this case she is a bit blocked from her intuition, and she is really more so selfish than not. It definitely, with clarified with this Temperance, it feels as though this energy is in need of transforming something internally, and so you may have in the recent past been cutting somebody out of your life because of the knowledge that somebody needs to do the internal work, and there needed to be some sort of disconnect because somebody was already disconnected from their intuition, and they needed, or you needed, time to reevaluate. And I'm doing this because 180, make a 180 within your character or their character. And in this present energy, we have the Hanged Man and we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. And so there may be a lot of contemplation at this time to really invest in self and invest in your own personal love. You may be pondering about situations in the past that may not have worked in your favor, romantic situations especially, and working towards filling a cup enough that you can actually start to feel confident that you're going to have that overflowing cup of love. 919 on the clock. But this is definitely representing like the almost being forced into self-reflection when it comes to love, working to love oneself, or highlighting broken up relationships of the past, or recent past, or far past. Yeah, it's a forced stage of enlightenment about relationships. Okay, in this near future, there may be somebody that you are having communications with, an air sign potentially, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. No, yes. This person wants to speak their mind. Speak their mind about moving forward, but then also about, there's definitely forward movement in the near future. But I feel as though there's somebody that really wants to get their point across and express like what they've been working through, what they've been going through. I got the phrase like the nail in the coffin. And a lot of what they've been working through, they might express to you that they've been, I'm getting like blocking out everything and refusing to make a decision because it looked like to them that the only choices were to grieve or to just flat out stop working on anything. I'm getting this message that somebody, 11:22 on the clock, that somebody only saw like bad things, bad quote unquote, as the routes that they could take. But this is like a prime example of like, they never decided to, there were two options. One was to just grieve and grieve and grieve, just be sad and mourn the loss. And the other option was to stop investing in anything. So it really feels like 11:55. Somebody is just gonna come in and communicate about potentially a time period in their life where they're just going through a lot of, they could say they've been depressed and they've been processing through those emotions. They could say they've just been feeling like lethargic and not interested in doing anything, and they just didn't want to. I'm getting almost like that situation where there's an amount of fear that like if they opened their eyes and looked at these options, they didn't want to choose either one because they both seemed equally horrible. But then they didn't understand that with this card, there's quite literally an island behind them, and so they just had to look behind them to be like, what's my other option? And okay, and then I just looked at the bottom of the deck, and it's I got like their other option could be to fill a cup of love and fill and fulfill, or at least start aiming to fulfill their watery passions, not fiery passions, the passions within in the heart chakra. Like they're, yeah, they're looking for justice after a previously broken heart. And so it's like, how do they make this an offering? How do they create a third option? Because there is this Chariot, the movement forward, Cancerian energy towards success, away from what they were comfortable with, what they only knew, kind of thing, and into a new successful stage of life. Take what's yours and leave the rest behind. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.